David and Jimmy Stafford with you, and we're back again for a brand new series, as they say, the Monday night sessions, live here from the mountaintop in Letterkenny. And it's good to have you with us, my friends. Thank you very much indeed to Ocean there for the DL debate. And letting you know what's happening. We have two great studio guests in between now and 10 o'clock. We'll be joined very, very shortly by our good friend Joe Gibson. And then we will have George Houston coming along for a chat and a bit of music and whatever else. Quick look at your weather forecast for this Monday evening. Becoming windy tonight, cold and dry with clear spells for a time, but cloud will increase from the south, bringing isolated patches of light rain before morning. Lowest temperatures of 0 to 3 degrees. And be prepared. Strong and gusty winds are making their way making their way over this part of the country. So Monday and Tuesday with isolated outbreaks of rain. So be careful if you are out and about, alright? Anyway, if you want to get in touch, it's 086 60 25,000. That's our text number as always. We are streaming the programme and it's a first for us, for myself and Jimmy. So if it goes off, you know that we haven't been pushing the buttons right. But Kevin Fury's giving us a hand here tonight, so to see how we get on. But we'll just do our best. That's all we can do. You can watch us on Facebook. You can watch us on YouTube and Instagram and Twitter or wherever else you can get your streaming from. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the next couple of hours with us here on the Monday night sessions. We're just thinking, what song would we kick off the programme with? And we thought, why not? The boys are back in town. Very good evening, Monday night, and it is the Monday night sessions with myself and Jimmy Stafford, and so we're looking forward. We've been building up this last since the word was filtering out that we're coming back live on a Monday night. We've been inundated with people looking to get on the show, which is brilliant, and we're really looking forward, to the next couple of months. Jimmy, you're the man who's doing the bookings.
Just fixing your camera here, Paul. Yeah,
you're out the camera.
That looks better now, and your makeup looks good too as well. Kevin Fury on makeup tonight and sound and technical.
See the fake tan ends there looking at my neck if you're watching on Facebook.
Say thanks to Kevin, he did a big training session with us tonight. So
you earned your money tonight, Kevin. I'll tell you. There's two boys here.
I mean, he's going to be late home for the fish and chips anyway. That's sure after staying with us. But yeah, it's good to be back, Paul. Good to be back. Yeah, I mean,
it's good, Jimmy. Of course it is.
It's 2 years, and we're back. 2 years after not eating sweets, but we're back eating sweets tonight.
I know.
And these are. Can we advertise now? Here it goes.
What's these ones? Dolly mixtures I have for you.
Yeah, it was nice to be back, and it's great. It's just have a more earlier time of 8 to 10 every Monday night now as well.
Because this last 2 years, I know it's been tight for a lot of people. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
But the musicians, and the artists and all entertainers and whatever, they got a slap. You know what I mean? Everything just. Bung stopped. Funny, I was away at the weekend there down in Bundoran, and it's great to see live music back again. I was chatting to Brian Kerrigan yesterday, and he's flat out, which is great to see. I'm really, really delighted to see it.
I was listening to Phil Coulter. He was 80 this weekend, and he was interviewed the weekend. He was talking about the Allingham Arms as well, and that's where he kind of really started at 22 years of age, 21. The show band was down there. He went gigging with the show band one night down there 60 years ago, and that's how it all started from
George is with him at the minute, George Hutton.
That's right, and George is up in a few weeks as well.
George is up with us, and we're delighted for George because a fantastic singer is George Hutton. But in saying that, you're back on Thursday night between 8 and 10.
So changing schedule, which is great. So 8 to 10, Paul, in the Irish Music Centre stage it's called, and it's coming back, and really looking forward to it because there's plenty of music. As you know, your email is hopping with new Irish acts and my own as well. So we've been just, I was saying to you earlier on, and we've been talking about this because obviously you and I have been talking for the last 2 years about about music, but
and about a lot of things. But anyway.
And Joe's going to talk about the price of diesel when he comes in later. But I suppose when you meet a lot of acts, it was really a huge blow to them, and we'll be talking a lot more about that as the weeks go by. We're not going to focus on the past 2 years, but what we're going to talk about is people have been writing songs, writing albums. I met Claire O'Riordan. She was one of our first guests up here in the early days, 6 years ago on Monday Night Sessions. Herself and her husband came up. She has 3 albums in the bag written right over the last 2 years.
Ready to go. So
exciting, a beautiful Annie Lennox type singer as well as Claire.
She is something else. She really was.
So again, she asked me. I met her on Princess Street in Cork just by chance. And she noticed me and we had a chat. So it was great, And the other thing, Paul, was since we announced we were coming back, you and I have been inundated with requests to come on the show. Brilliant. Which is absolutely fantastic. But I suppose we kind of talked about, not rules if you like, but we've changed one or two things. And
we have, because as I said when I was on McGregor on Friday talking about it, we didn't want to let anybody down before.
Yeah.
And I felt I think both of us sort of agreed. We just wanted to give the acts as much time and quality time as we possibly could. There's one time there with 4, maybe 5 artists.
It was
just So we've decided this time, if any artist or singers fancy coming up, you're more than welcome. But try and give us as much time because we're sort of setting the boundaries at 2 artists tonight.
Yeah, it's already kind of changed a small bit.
I know.
I think and if you have something coming up in June or July, or talk to us now and maybe look at booking in. That's what we'd like to hear, and already we're getting requests like that. So I was talking to Brendan from the 4 of us today, and we'll talk more. You can talk more about it later on in the skiing trip. But he's talking about it's probably April now, which suits him because, and again, coming on the show to talk about something, maybe talk about a new album, new single, or a new show that you've coming on. That's what it's about. And
now we have the technology, which one of the positive things come out of this COVID was what we have now.
Yes,
is the streaming service, which is just fantastic. Yeah. Absolutely, if we could learn to work it now, it'd be even better. You know what I mean? But we have a man on the left here doing great work.
Kevin. So yeah, that's a beauty. So already we've Joe on tonight, Joe Gibson. I know he's a gig, so he's to be gone at 9.
Oh, is he right?
Yeah, so we'll bring, and then we have George Hutton and
George Houston.
Houston.
George Houston.
That's Houston. Sorry. Yeah.
Ah, you're okay. It's okay.
We start again.
You're just a bit nervous. I know.
George is coming on, and he was in the singing competition, if you remember, Paul, back in October last year with Highland, that we were doing with Greg and Linda and ourselves and Fanula. So he was one of the finalists.
That's right.
That week. So great voice again. He's reminded me of that I can't remember now, some singer in the UK, but he's George Ezra. Very
right.
similar. So
we said that at the time.
Yeah, beautiful.
But another thing, just if you are watching this on the streaming system that we have here, when we go to play a song, if we play music from here, it's just to give you a heads up, because of what do you call it, royalties and legalities, and that we can't play unless it's somebody singing their original music.
Yeah,
we can't play it, so we have to feed into like a banner thing that comes up, you know. So
but the acts that are playing live will be streaming live. It's
just
the like the boys are back in town, which you played. You can't play that out in the streaming system.
So it's just we're just not allowed to.
Welcome back, guys. Here, Paul, is a message just came in already. Just probably we can't look at the text. Well, the text is live here as well. Once we get ourselves used to technology, we'll be able to. But welcome back, guys. Lovely to see you both. You're great supporters of wonderful Irish arts. Hope you enjoyed my chocolate gift. I'm trying to be good during Lent, so only eating chocolate on Monday and Thursday nights.
Who's that?
Susan Crosby in Wexford.
Oh, very good, Susan. Very good.
Susan did the 4 of us chocolate bars. You know the one I gave you last week, and the calendar.
Why did you give me that? Sorry, wait a minute.
Do you know?
What did you give me last week?
Do you know who I gave it to? Owen, who was sitting out on the desk out there.
You give him my chocolate?
Your chocolate.
He doesn't need that. Do you know the gifts he's got from us those last couple of weeks? We're not going to it.
So anyway, that's Susan. There's Susan, great support of Irish music as well. So just messages in there.
Lovely.
So Susan,
Thanks
lovely having
much,
the board.
Susan.
Yeah.
Lovely.
So Paul, look, there's plenty happening, and you're on Saturday morning as well, which is Saturday Shuffle, which is great. And
it's great because, and I'll tell you just before we go to a piece of music here, it's great because I was trying to play Irish music on a Saturday. It wasn't working too well with the format of the programme, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, Party Central.
I want to be respectful to the artists, you know. But anybody listening in there, please get in touch. Paul McDevitt at HighlandRadio.com and Jimmy Stafford at HighlandRadio.com, and we will do our best because it's all about supporting music. Anyway, these boys were to be with us tonight on our first night via Zoom.
And you know, there was brilliant videos on Facebook of Brendan Murphy, the 4 of us, and he's probably north of 50, right, skiing down the slopes, and he was absolutely brilliant. I think this is his first time skiing, but then, yeah, so I saw some lovely videos and great pictures and all. And then the next picture I saw was him coming through Dublin Airport in a wheelchair.
In a wheelchair, no. He broke his ankle,
broke his fibula and his leg.
His leg,
yeah, and he was just very unlucky. I was chatting to him today, so he's hoping that he doesn't need surgery. So Brendan, or I was going to say our thoughts and prayers, which are our best wishes.
Well, thoughts and prayers are with him too. Right. You know what I mean? But no, we do. We wish him well because they were very, very good to us. And I was really looking forward to talking to them because they embraced this Zoom carry on, didn't they?
Well, he has a story to tell, which he will tell you in April about how it's changed their whole life.
Brilliant.
And what. But anyway, we'll leave that for April. Paul, it's good to be back, and thanks again to everyone. And
the best wishes. Thank you very much, everybody that has been messages both privately and on the social media. This is the 4 of us.
Kevin, go home now, can he?
Kevin, we'll just fill in your timesheet there before we go, son. This is the 4 of us in Bird's Eye View. Highland Radio Monday night sessions. We'll be back.
Hey Paul, before you go, Susan's going to send you a personal supply of chocolate. There you go.
That's
live.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Susan, you get my address because do not send it to the House of Stafford because I'll never see it. This is the 4 of us.
Baptism of fire.
Maria McCormick. Maria's working on an album to Jimmy, down with Billy Robinson and that. So we're looking forward to that. Really looking forward to that. So Maria McCormick is always doing great. She's off to Germany. They cover St. Patrick's Day. No bother, Maria. Have a great time. That's the main thing. Anyway, our very first guest was our very first guest when we launched way back.
It's 2015, was it?
2015. Aye, 8:15. So, what's
You
wrong?
want a sweet? Jimmy wants a sweet.
Go on ahead.
Go ahead, Jimmy. It's all right.
An awful
You know,
sweet.
give that man a sweet.
Ah, what I tell you. But come here, listen, Joe Gibson, you're very welcome, and we are being streamed out. So if you want to catch the camera, you're not one
How you
there.
doing?
And so how's things been?
It's been mad. It's
Mad.
fast, and everything's just happening all of a sudden, you know. But it's great. Like,
Aye.
it's just you're trying to catch up to yourself. I think you know what I mean.
The lockdown. In what way did it affect you? You know,
Was that pause? Everything stopped just, and at first it was kind of like, you know, a lot of people I think shared the opinion of this welcome break, and we had that magnificent weather, much like the weather we're having now. It
it
was
was unbelievable.
everybody just kind of went, you know what? I will take this wee.
I remember us barbecuing,
Aye.
and I was going,
This is
aye, we could do this.
Sure, we'll be back open in August. You know,
couple of weeks.
A couple of weeks of this here, be happy days.
It'll do no harm, I know.
So the form of everybody, I know myself. Anyway, I definitely took the break. So there was that kind of, you know, I remember that feeling. But after 8 months, 9 months, still no.
Especially not your livelihood, Joe. You know what I mean? I was very fortunate because this was like a hobby. I had other things, and it kept me going. But I genuinely, like, I felt for every artist, and I could sense, and a lot of people, a lot of singers, and you could sense the depression kicking in.
Aye,
You know, I was concerned. Not when I say concerned, I don't mean it to be patronising in a sense, but I was very concerned for people's well-being. And there was people you would have been messaging saying, you know, how you getting on and stuff like that, you know, and it was tough for me.
It was strange, right enough, because as I say, there was a phase of, you know, we break, happy days, because we were quite busy, and a lot of musicians out working every night of the week, and then all of a sudden you have your nights.
Right.
But 8 months in, you'd been saying I'll be open in a couple of weeks, we'll be back at it, and then it just was getting further and further away.
I know.
And the whatever savings, and like my heart would have went out to a band, for example. Like I remember feeling particularly down one day because there was no work as such. But I heard on the radio that there was a couple in Dublin who just got the mortgage to build a house, and his livelihood was the music, and he was starting to pay down the first payments of a mortgage, no potential to build the house, move into the new one, still paying extortionate rents in Dublin. And like, I felt a reprieve, but I felt for them, like, I was like, I mean, thank God I'm not in that situation,
That's what I'm saying, aye.
because the support, you know, whatever support was there, and I thank the government for putting in the PUP and stuff.
Aye.
But there were situations out there that, you know, that wouldn't have snuffed at it. You know what I mean? It's
No,
just,
exactly, and there's people, you know, people making a good living, and it's not, you know, people may think that it's a glamorous kind of a lifestyle, but it's not. You know, it's anything but.
there's,
You know,
there's 2 hours of a bit of glamour and a bit of, you know, people like, oh wow, this is good crack, and then there's hours of prep sitting, and you have to learn how to do all these things that you never thought you'd have to do, and marketing.
So anyway, did you sit down? Did you write much, or did you?
Well, like a lot of us, I think we all had great notions of saying, you know what, this is the year now, I'm going to write that album. And like I started, I don't know how many projects, and I have a project going now with a Dane. We're going to do a concept album on Granuel, the Pirate Queen. You see, this was to be done 2 years ago at the start of lockdown. We says, we'll write an album in a month. Don't bother at all. 2 years, I think we have forced. Now I only wanted to write 2 or 3 songs. He wants to write a concept album. So he's writing away at the lyrics and stuff, and then I'm kind of designing the songs. And then we brought in another 2 writers because we realised that this project's taking a lot longer.
Can you talk about that, or is it in the early stages? Can you talk much about it?
Not a way lot. It's just it was one of them projects that we started over lockdown, and it's one of them ones like goes in the back burner and you revisit it. And so far there's 3 songs completed, just ready for studio.
Okay.
But we want to kind of go down the route of actually doing a concept, and we kind of thought, you know, in today's day and age, with you know, equal rights and for like women looking for equal pay, and you know, very much in the media for. I kind of thought that Granuel was such a formidable female character of our history.
Okay.
In a time when it wasn't really possible or conducive to such. I thought it would be good, you know, and now, so that's why myself and the other man that was writing the songs decided it would be a good idea to bring in women
How did you get involved with him? What way did this come about? Is he somebody you know here?
No, he's a tour operator in Denmark, and he brings tours over to Ireland. And I had bumped into him through a friend in Galway, as you do. And he told a band in Galway, I want a fiddle player. One night I was in Galway and I had my fiddle. I happened to jam with a band. They remembered. Went to Denmark. We made a contact. Ever since I told him, you need to bring your tours to Letterkenny. Now he's bringing them to Letterkenny. And then he's a historian, you see. So we always, after a few wee pints, we might start talking about things, and he would be talking about Granuel, and I found the story of very interesting, so.
Somebody I never heard tell of, there's no point me telling you that.
Granuel was the pirate queen in Mayo, daughter of Black Oak O'Neill. But she managed, well, that's another story for another day. Hopefully we'll have a big album going.
Right. Well, so you're going to do a couple of songs for us, because I know you're gigging tonight, and we appreciate you coming up. Really, we really do. So this, you've got an EP out at the moment.
Well, this is not. I mean, we didn't this came out in lockdown. We got together with a few friends. Actually, Stephen O'Carolan, box player, is on that. Another friend, Conor Darrell. We got together. We wrote a few songs, and stuck them on an EP during lockdown. Tried to make a bit of sense, a bit of stuff going. So this is actually a song I wrote in the early stages of lockdown. It's called Your Guiding Star.
Right, when you're ready.
Where do you go when you're all alone, drifting away in this world of our own? You dream of a place down by the sea, or long for a home in the heights of the city. I tell of a man from my town. He was often away, he was seldom around, to hear of the places and cities he'd go. When he landed at Boston, it was covered in snow. Tired of working in the blistering cold, he took the train down to Texas and went mining for gold. Sure, he never could settle, so he crossed Mexico. When I asked what he did, said, you don't want to know. Lost in a daze, worried about ways to come back from nothing, but you're missing something. So sit at your leisure and play what's your pleasure. Wherever you are, you can find your guiding star. He was a grafter, a dreamer of sorts. He was a talented man, but he was fond of the poor. I asked if he ever would settle his around. He said, when that comes from me, I'll be under the ground, by a place where the hair is roaming and free, where my roots they run deep by the banks of the Swilly. Bones turn to clay wherever they fall, but my heart and my soul, it will beat Donegal. Lost in a daze, worried about ways to come back from nothing, but you're missing something. So sit at your leisure and play what's your pleasure. Wherever you are, you can find your guiding star. It's time I got up, for I sat long enough. If I don't come back, won't you look after me stuff? I know it's not much, but it's all of my life. It's all of my life, won't you treat it as such? There's a book full of tales of all the deeds that I have done. Amidst the mistakes and heartaches, there was love and good fun. As he walked away, I sat on my own, drifting away in this world of our own. Lost in a daze, worried about ways to come back from nothing, but you're missing something. So sit at your leisure and play what's your pleasure. Wherever you are, you can find your guiding star.
Yes. Brilliant, Joe. Brilliant.
That no
Brilliant.
while now.
The Guiding Star, lovely, and that's a track that's on the current EP. You have a brave lineup of artists performing that with you, don't you?
Well, it's just I have a lot of good friends that that happen to be not busy during the lockdowns, and I seized the opportunity, like, and was delighted to, because we don't, you always talk to people and you're like, oh, we must do a wee project, we must do something. So
Aye.
at least we did that, you know.
Well, listen, it sounds great, and it's great to hear you back again. Tell us, you're gigging all over the place, obviously.
I'll tell you, we were talking about how the lockdown, we don't want to talk too much about it, but I was getting to the phase and I had the CV in hand and I had a few places in mind, you know. I was thinking I might go down to Emerald or something and ask them for a start, you know. As I was getting a wee bit fractious about there's no gigs, there's no nothing, and you know, this is going on a bit long, do you know.
A couple of weeks.
Aye, you know, within a couple of weeks. But on the day I was ready to kind of go out with them CVs, the pubs opened, and within a week the phone was ringing and bookings were coming in, and it was just like you could breathe again. And but see, since that day, it has been flat out. And we had planned. We'd said, right, we're coming back. We're going to play after the lockdown because you know that's what we do. Like a lot of bands, and they didn't hold out, and they couldn't hold out, like, because work was calling. So he's away my water now. Good man. But
Your sweets and
but
everything.
he took me sweets, he took me water. What's going on up here, Paul?
You
know?
You changed
Are you
times.
trying to say something?
I'll take that guitar.
But no, like it's great to be back, and we've kind of we've taken the opportunity to, you know, start things afresh and break bad habits and try and really get on top of things. So the band's gone through a full rebrand.
Oh, you're relaunching
Sailor Bill. You know, after we're sending the boat out again after 10 years. But we've actually delighted to welcome on board 2 new members. We haven't really announced who they are, but we can announce them today. That we're delighted to have on board Lisa McBerty, drummer from Buncrana, and Maria Doherty, piano player from Buncrana as well.
Oh, I know Maria.
And Maria, she's a she was up here as well. But we have to say we get well soon, because like, we're ready to do our first gigs, and unfortunately she's just not feeling well at the minute.
Okay. We wish you a speedy
So
recovery, Maria.
she's very upset that she couldn't join us in the first few gigs. But I says, look, we've waited the 2 years to rebrand. We've waited and all this year. We can wait another couple of weeks. So.
And what can people expect, Joe, from when you say you're revamping? Obviously, your music's going to stay the same as it.
It isn't. Like, I mean, music changes and the environment changes. Everything changes around you, and like if you kind of either change with it or get left behind. Yeah. And we've been jamming for years, and now with a fresh kind of input, we've kind of hit on a kind of a groove of a kind of a style that's. Similar to what we've been doing, but it's just a wee bit more thought out and a wee more developed. Like, so we really want to keep that trad power.
Yes.
But we want to marry it more with the rock and the even.
Is it a modern type of trad? Is a trad going modern without taking away the full embodiment of it? Like,
I mean, I would have to say it is. But what I'm trying to do is I'm taking the best bits of a reel. And like, if you listen to modern music now, what's modern on the charts, it's reoccurring loops, like and a short, catchy melody. And within trad, there's very well defined riffs and catchy parts of the reel that stand out. People remember the Mason's Apron because of the way it starts. They remember the Titanic reel or polka from the Titanic, the Ryan's polka. That's a defined groove that repeats. Yeah. So we're in a trad session. You're going to do that 3-4 times in a row, no breaks.
Very good.
But if you expand that over a continuous beat and bring in it more power with the drums and the piano and synths, and you're kind of moving the session in a different way. I wouldn't say forward, because it's a sidestep in a way. And
brilliant.
It's
good to do that, and it gives you something, another sort of string to your bow, as they say. Talking about bows, you have a bad luck with a fiddle. No sign yet, Joe.
No sign yet. It's unfortunate now, to be fair, now that as it was gone. We were kind of celebrating after a really good weekend. The LK Fest went off last year, and it was the only hitch in my bow being lifted. Yeah. So
I know. We listened to you. I heard you on radio different times, and I knew it was, it took a lot out of you. Like,
it's just God love. I mean, I've such support for it, and a lot of people ask. But the first thing they usually say is, "I didn't want to ask, but."
I know.
But they're only asking because they're hoping that it's been returned.
That's
and
exactly.
I see that, but it's always like it still stings. I mean, at the end of the day, as a physical thing, it's not worth much.
No.
And it actually needed a bit of repair. So if you have it out there, look, It's not worth much
Somebody
to
has
you.
it, don't they?
There is a reward of €1,200. Now, I'm not saying it was lifted intentionally. Maybe someone after a party happened upon it and they were drinking and they were partying. And let's take this back to the apartment and forgot all about it since. Right? There's a €1,200 reward out for that fiddle. That is worth double what you would get for what's in that box at the minute. So,
Well, so fingers crossed, and hopefully we can.
hopefully.
Aye, please God, And tell me, we're going to take another song, but St. Patrick's Day, you're heading up things now next
I'm
Thursday.
delighted to get the call there from the Letterkenny Chamber and Tony Forrester and that producer back there, Jimmy.
Yes.
They're like us all. We were kind of wondering, should we take the chance and go for St. Patrick's Day
Yes.
and have a parade? Because everybody's still, while everybody's happy to be out, they're still a wee bit cautious.
There's awareness there, of course.
I don't know if Jimmy remembers, but when he called me, I says, sure, plan it. We can always cancel it.
Aye.
You know, if you don't plan it, you won't have it. So when they went for it, thank God they did, and then they've asked us now to play on the stage down the Market Square. So it's a perfect opportunity because they'd actually asked us as well. Like we were going to relaunch this band, I'd say about 3 times, because there was the August kind of reopening,
Aye.
and we were getting ready to go, and then closed, and then Christmas was reopening, and we were asked to be part of the turning on of the lights.
So many highs and lows during this thing, wasn't
Like
there?
it was, you were getting excited to this big gig, and then straight away, no. That's not going to happen, do you know?
Well, sir, you're back now, and please God, you're here to stay. And Jimmy's, what are you saying, Jimmy?
A few requests on the Facebook here, Paul.
A couple of requests on the Facebook. Hang on, Jimmy, to see if I get this microphone off here for you. That says it's locked. I don't know. Am I doing something wrong here?
Can you hear me now?
No, is that it? No, I don't know.
We'll get them later on, sure, I suppose.
Is that working there?
1, 2, can you hear me?
No, I can hear you, but it's not good. We have requests on Facebook. We don't, and thanks to everybody. As I say, it's our first night sort of streaming, and it's Lynn Campbell. Good evening, Lynn, and thanks very much. Good evening, Jimmy and Paul. And Lynn Campbell, by the way, Jimmy is doing a gig in the courthouse in Lifford, along with Tommy Boner, the straw man, and I got myself a couple of tickets for it. It's on the 1st of April Fool's Day, and it's a Friday. And tickets are available through Eventbrite. And go along and support local artists. That's a beautiful wee venue, that courthouse. Have you ever done it, Jimmy? No. You never done court, Jimmy, in your life? You a Cork man. But anyway, if people want to go along, I'm really looking forward. I was delighted to see that it was up there, and I thought, I'll definitely go along that. Carmel McMahon, Carmel, thank you very much indeed. Darren Burke, great to see you back, lads. Good man, Darren. And,
Darren.
You know Darren well, good fella.
Well, is he good for that?
He's all right. He wouldn't buy you the pints, like, but he's all right.
I
you
know.
Lisa McBee, howdy there from your drummer, sounding great.
That's
Jill,
Lisa. How's
good
it going,
stuff, Lisa. And Paul McGuire, good evening, Paul and Jimmy. Welcome back. Thanks very much indeed, folks. It's nice to be back. And as I say, right, we get sounding good. What's that, Mike? It's good man, Joe. You're sounding good. Keep her lit. Sent in from Hugh P and Maria. And great to hear Paul and Jimmy on, especially Paul. No, I made that up myself. Back on the radio. Joseph Gibson, great to hear you on the radio. Hello from Marion Gallagher and Glenfun.
Hello, Marion. How you doing?
And Jerry McMonigal and Buncrana. Hello, Jerry. It's good to have them 2 boys back. Thanks very much, Jerry. I appreciate it. Right, Joe, another track for, because we know you have to go. Where are you on the night, Jerry?
I'm playing in Derry and Lizzie Farrell's with Stephen O'Carrollin, the box player. Also on that wee EP there. But it's a lovely wee gig. I mean, there's lots of different types of gigs, and that's what I enjoy. Like, we've got the new band now, we're launching that. But I get to play trad. Then we're talking about new stuff with the band, but get to go back to the roots and play a bit of trad and folk with Stephen tonight. So really looking forward to doing that wee gig. And
if people are looking to get in touch with you, Joe, what's the best way?
Just search at Sailor Bill Band on social media.
Are you on the whole Twitter?
I'm on them all, reluctantly.
You're on the video with Shimmy. Shimmy, hello, Shimmy.
I'll tell you, Shimmy, he caught me off guard, because he got in the van, and I know the video. You can see that I'm kind of coaching him. But see, before that, hand to God, like, he got in the van, and he was just, I'm not feeling, I'm fed up. His restrictions are gone, but people are still, and he's voicing that feeling that people were having at the minute. Yes. And that's why I was like, hang on a minute here, just say that again, And then he just out of nowhere, he says, things are looking up. He says, Gene Kern's on Sunday night. And I was like, what? And he says, Paul McDevitt. And then he told me then I was on with you. And he says, and I'm releasing a new single. And I
I
said,
heard
"Jesus."
that. That was funny.
He says, right, I better write
You
one.
better write one.
Fucking hell. But,
Oh no, Jimmy, hello to you if you're listening. And a good listener to Highland Radio too.
I'll tell you, he's like, and he
tell
told
you,
me every show that was on that week.
Aye, and it's so
He doesn't listen on Wednesdays there, I don't know.
A Thursday. Jimmy's on a Thursday.
Was he
night.
Thursday? Oh, did I get it wrong? Oh, jeez.
You got it wrong.
Lord, I'm
I was
terribly
going to
sorry.
say, but Jimmy phoned me. He said, "Well, I can't say over here what he said." Like.
Because maybe she was probably right then. I was trying to.
But anyway, this next song you're going to do for me.
This next song is again born out of lockdown, because during lockdown we took to streaming, and we met up. People supported each other and watched us, and we kind of made friends with new people. So we used to play on an island called Isla, which if I'd say you'd know if you've heard of Isla, because it's a wee island off the coast of Scotland. It sounds like a mythical place, like Chernobyl, and there's 8 or 9 or maybe 10 whiskey distilleries on it. You know. And what they said, you see, I was asking them when I was over there, it's like, why is there so many whiskey distilleries in this island? And they says, well, if you lived in a place that only produced peat and wheat and barley, what would you make? You know?
Very good.
And I said, fair enough. So
Is there many inhabitants in it?
I think it's about 3,000. Like, it's quite a popular wee. It's a good size wee island. It's a wee island though. But it's
Isla.
good- Isla, ISLY. It's a common Irish girl's name now.
I have a granddaughter called that.
Well, there you are. Well,
ISLA.
yeah. Aye. Well, I just put the Y on it. You'd have heard that. Anyway, so this is a song then about our journeys and travels. I was reminiscent of when we used to go over there, you see. So I wrote this wee song, to Ode to Isla, I suppose. It's
In your own time.
There is an island way out at sea, far away from anyone, far away from me. And it's there I'll go when I had enough. If you wanna stay, boy, well, then you gotta be tough. Where the wind blows hard and the barley grows and the smell of peat hangs in your bones. Don't got no TV, no convenience store, just being that wild western Atlantic road. Said, give me your whiskey, give me your smoke, give me a place where I can dock my boat. Give me a glass of that pitted pure. We're singing songs, crying out for more. Hard to hold, brook the deal of Freud. Lag full of nard, beg for more. Leave your worries at the door. We're singing songs, crying out for more. You could travel the world, still never find a place that eases your mind. But if malt and music flows in your veins, follow me down Isla's Lane. Said, give me a whiskey, give me a smoke, give me a place where I can dock my boat. Give me a glass of that peated pure. We're singing songs, crying out for more. Hard to hold, brook the deal of Freud. Like a full of nard, beg for more. Leave your worries at the door. We're singing songs, crying out for more. Said, give me a whiskey, give me a smoke, give me a place where I can dock my boat. Give me a glass of that peated pure. We're singing songs and crying out for more. And the whole brook the deal of Freud, like a full and out bag for more. Leave your worries at the door. We're singing songs, crying out for more.
Yeah. Brilliant. Isla of Isla. Isla.
Isla.
Isla. And that's Joe Gibson. If you've just tuned in, this Monday night, Joe Gibson, our first guest, back with us, and sounding great as always. The Fla, what's happening with the Fla?
The Fla, again, it was the same thing. Like back in December, we were still in lockdown, and when people were trying to plan events, and these events take time to plan, and nobody knew if it was going to be an online event or not. So I said, look, we had a bit of experience, and given being a musician out of work, and we'd learned how to stream and get used to the technology. I thought, well, nobody wants to take it, we'll take it on in Letterkenny. So we've decided to take it on, and fortunately it's looking like we're going to be able to have the first Fla back for Donegal after the couple of years that we've had.
That's good.
So it was a bit of an undertaking. We've formed the committee, and we've been running up and down the town, getting to talk to the movers and shakers there, like Mr. Jimmy there, you know.
You've no bother there.
No bother. I did all.
Brown envelope. I'm only saying.
I thought it was just a bag of Haribo, you know.
Not at all.
But no, I'm delighted to announce that the County Fla will be held here, and we're trying to really make an effort, where we can, to have as many aspects of the culture represented. So we're hoping to have a lovely fun day on the Sunday, working backwards, a fun day on the Sunday in the town park built around the marching band competitions. Now again, we hope, now this is if there are any marching bands that haven't practiced or haven't gotten back together, we're hoping that you might be able to contact the branch and perhaps come and perform in whatever capacity, because it's a competition, and it may that you get a chance then to go on forward to the Ulster. So we want to build around that, so have a lovely kind of music day in the park, and then have other events going around it. So it's making use of the town park and trying to give something back into the community. So a real nice day for everyone to enjoy.
Oh, that is brilliant.
Competitions are on the Saturday, and we're asking anybody that's interested. What about yourself, Paul? You could answer. You could enter the senior Shanos singing.
Senior one?
Well, over 18s anyway.
No, you're showing your head. No, I love my music, but I wouldn't be that confident now, to be honest with you. But that's good.
I think you could take it to the All Ireland,
Well, I could take it anywhere. You know what I mean? Don't be worried about that. But
especially since there might not be anybody else in the competition.
Well, you see, that's a positive way of looking at it. I never thought about that.
You could be the All Ireland champ or the Donegal champion, County Fla.
Aye, I'd be good going for a drone, man. Keep her lit, Joe, from Big Ian in Aussie
Oh yes, how are you doing, Ian?
Oh, there you go. You see, good man, Joe, sounding good. Keep her lit. Aye, there, doesn't say who's from. But so the Fla, you're talking a weekend.
It's a full weekend. It'll be kicking off. We have outside broadcast with Highland Radio, and we thank them very much. We're having that on the Thursday.
What date?
That's what day? Is the 5th, 6th, and 7th, or is the? Yeah, I think you should know the 6th, 7th, and 8th of May.
May. Oh,
so
it's around the corner.
So the Thursday's the 5th. So 6th, 7th, and 8th. So on the Friday night there'll be a Keeley in the Bonnegee Hall. So it's a fair Keeley, and there should be a lunch as well in the session. Of course, you should be invited to the lunch. Help us kick off the celebrations on the Friday.
Will there be anything at this lunch?
There'll be music, there'll be sessions, and there'll be singing. Or like, is there any?
You may driver back to van.
Right. Okay. Well, put in a request. Put in a request.
In fairness to you, Joe, you're a great ambassador for the trad scene and the music locally here. You are, and you have to take a bit of praise here, because you have, and you're committed. You've been committed to this music business for a long, long time, and it's great. And there's people like you we need, and around these areas in the community to help these events and help bring them to the fore. Because if there wasn't people like yourself doing it, these things just wouldn't happen. They'd die away. So well done.
Thanks very much, Paul. But it's not. I'm not on my own. Like, there's a good branch
behind me,
and there's a good. Thank you. But as I say, what I found is when I go out, people want to support and want to help where they can, and everybody's eager to get this going again. And between the chamber, Lynra Litcher-Cannon, Barbara down there, and the Cultus branch themselves, the infrastructure that's there, you're saying these things wouldn't happen, but those people are out there and they're waiting to be asked and to get, and they want to get involved. And it's like,
Well,
just
well done to them. But as I say, everybody just wants to get back in now and have a, as you say, a good, a good session.
There's a real positive vibe, and I've noticed it at the gigs. Like comparative to before we stopped, everybody just seems to really just for a moment appreciate the being out.
They're appreciating it now more than ever. Listen, we could chat all night, but I know you have to go because you're busy. But we do appreciate you coming up to us. The EP, where can people get it?
Oh, contact me directly at the minute. It's nowhere public. It's such my mother's selling it in the local butcher shops down in Newton, so she does. She's an ambassador. Thanks, Mammy.
There you go.
But so you can just contact the Facebook page and such. And
Martina said many nice greetings from Austria, and Yvonne McCraw said brilliant, and so you're getting a good feedback there from the listeners.
But Martina's the woman we met through the lockdown through streaming.
Very good.
We don't work through that, and that's how when you said Martina from Austria, it's like I know you're there.
You see, isn't it great that thing has built up too? It's opened doors for people. It definitely has. Through this streaming, and people that never would have heard music or seen music. But your lineup for this week, you're in Derry tonight.
I'm in Derry tonight. I have my resident slot in Sonny McSwine's down. McCaffrey's there, and every Wednesday at 9. Then St. Eunan's Ball on Friday, and where else? Weddings then. But we have a gig on St. Patrick's Day in the Downings Bay Hotel. So that's tickets are on at Eventbrite, and we're really looking forward to that. Yes.
Thank you very much indeed, Joe.
Got the news.
The best music on your station with Paul McDevitt.
Yes, it is at 10 minutes past 9 o'clock on a Monday night. You're very welcome back. Part 2 of the programme. Great reaction there to Joe Gibson, and we're really looking forward to it. That's a great buzz, Jimmy, going to come around with the fly, isn't it? It's really going to be something else, you know.
Yeah.
I know.
You there?
The way crowd and the atmosphere and marching bands.
In fairness to Joe, Paul, he's building up for a lot of, he's been talking to a lot of people, and as he said, unless people get out and start doing stuff, and like if he brings the county flat, which he is, at Letterkenny, there's bigger talk then of the national one, but he's involved with that at another level. That's massive.
Some commitment too, but it's like, and fair play to everybody involved. I know it's not Joe on his own, but like,
this is great to see the people. Look, we were talking about it last week, myself and yourself. A lot of people haven't been practicing even in bands for 2 years, marching bands. They're slowly starting to come back. It's so people are just slowly starting to get back in, which we'll see a lot more.
All been well. Well, anyway, as I say, you're welcome back. Monday night sessions. George Houston will be joining us very, very shortly. And Billy McGuinness got kicked out of the Dancing on the Stars, Jimmy. 9 weeks he lasted. I couldn't believe it. I thought he'd boot the first night, I
saw them on the late on Friday night.
Very good.
Very good, yeah.
Well, they're kicking off this Saturday. They're Aslan's 40-year tour. We will have
Billy next week, I think.
Next week, next Monday. Yeah. So they're down at the Devonish Complex this Saturday, and they will be playing in the Millennium Forum on the 2nd of September in Derry, and they are playing here in the Clan Ree on the 4th of November. I know we're looking far ahead, but it's all part of Aslan's 40-year celebration. So it's hard to believe they're going, and by God, they've had some ups and downs in their times, but doing great. Christy was sounding great and looking well, and we wish them continued good health. So check them out, aslan.ie. There's a wee track from them, and coming up very shortly is George Houston. Don't go away. So I can't wait. I can't wait to see them live again. That's Aslan, of course, and a track called We Did on Highland Radio. Don't forget, coming up after ourselves this evening between 10 o'clock and 12 is Aidan Murphy. Really looking forward to that. So more great music as always from Aidan, and a new time slot for him. I'm sure he's delighted about that. So Aidan Murphy between 10 p.m. and 12 tonight. And next we say hello and welcome to our second guest on our first show, George Houston. George, very welcome.
Hello, thank you.
How are you?
Grand.
Good. Are you a busy performing artist?
Well, I'm busy. I suppose you have to be busy before you do all the performance stuff, but I have a few things lined up, but it's more support acts, so I suppose they're not really my things to announce, unfortunately, but
All right, okay.
some things.
Some things are coming up. And recording, are you working on an album, George? Are you?
I will, that's the idea. I suppose get some singles out, maybe work on an album. I'm keeping busy anyway, up full tilt over at Tommy's.
Oh, that's good. And do you play in around the town here? Where are you from? Buncrana?
Bert?
Oh, Bert, you're Bert man. And do you gig around these parts much?
I do the Cottage Bar now and again with their mouthpiece thing.
Aye, aye.
But not as like I'm open for business.
If anybody wants to get in touch with
Aye.
you, they can. And do you use the social media outlets?
I do. It'd be on everything really: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter,
The whole 10 yards.
shit and shebang.
That's very good. Well, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We want to get a song from you first.
Okay.
So, first song you're going to do for us, George, this evening is?
It's a. Well, we'll do The Other Man.
Aye.
Why not?
Why not, indeed?
I did this with when we were over for that competition thing.
Aye. We'll chat about that in a wee minute, sure.
Yeah.
That was a
Anyway.
good competition. Aye.
We'll get into
And
it.
this is your own, obviously, this is your own.
It is,
Your
yes.
own song. Great stuff.
Whenever.
Whenever you're ready.
Cool. Okay, this is The Other Man. Why would you tell the truth if you could lie? Why would you tell the truth if you could lie? Because it's easy, the truth is cursed. I've already been lied to, that's the part that hurts. You want a clean slate, I like it dirty. I'm barely over age and babe, you're pushing 30. I'm not naive, I know you're a cheater. At least it isn't me who has to come out and leave her. Don't touch my hair, don't take my hand. Can't believe you made me the other man. I don't wanna be the other man. I don't wanna be lying in my bed awake, no worries or regrets, except the smell of you and menthol cigarettes. You ask again to wait, but I don't stay up late, not for you to tell me how I hesitate. Why would you tell the truth if you could lie? Why would you tell the truth if you could lie? Because it's easy, the truth is cursed. I've already been lied to, that's the part that hurts. You want a clean slate, I like it dirty. I'm barely over age and babe, you're pushing 30. I'm not naive, I know you're a cheater. At least it is me who has to come out and leave her. Don't touch my hair, don't take my hand. Can't believe you made me the other man. I don't wanna be the other man. I don't wanna be, because it's easy, the truth is cursed. I've already been lied to, that's the part that hurts. You want a clean slate, I like it dirty. I'm barely over age and babe, you're pushing 30. I'm not naive, I know you're a cheater. At least it isn't me who has to come out and leave her. Don't touch my hair, don't take my hand. Can't believe you made me the other man. I don't wanna be the other man. I don't wanna be. Why would you tell the truth if you could lie? Why would you tell the truth if you could lie?
Brilliant.
Thank you.
That was George Houston, if you've just tuned in and they're following us on the live stream. George, that's brilliant. You've
you.
got such a unique style
Oh.
that stands out, you know, and we're just talking about the song competition that the
Yeah.
Voice of Donegal thing that we had.
The local hero thing.
Local Heroes, that's what it was. And I remember we had heard you a couple of times, and your song came out, and myself and Jimmy, and it was Greg and Fanula and Linda, and we had to go through the songs, and I never ever went through a competition like it. I never seen a standard. It was just fantastic.
you're all
But your
class, thank you.
song was your uniqueness stood out. You know,
Thank you.
you didn't win in this end, but you were definitely everybody. You were
Sure, Amy Meehan was amazing.
Amy was great, of
Yeah.
course, and unfortunately it didn't go further. But you never know. This year there could be something similar going on. You never know. But was that your first competition to enter, George?
Music, aye, definitely. I suppose I'm mad for a competition. When I was in school, I'd go as many as I could. I just love doing all that kind of stuff. But I'd never done a music one before, so it was good fun.
Do you did you write that song specially for that, or was your song a song you had?
Well, I had that song was for an album I had out last summer, Cold Toast, and
I just remember that. Cold Toast is right.
and there was
That was
just,
a great tune.
It was good
Aye.
fun. But yeah, I had it ready for the going, I suppose, and
Aye.
I don't think they needed it to be written for the thing.
Aye.
So it was
Do you,
just
do you,
ready.
when you do songwriting, do you sit down specifically to do it, or do you know, as you're going about, you get wee ideas?
No, I suppose over lockdown there's so much isolation and you're alone with your thoughts the whole time, and then you're going kooky and just singing wee things in your head, and then they just come out, and then record them on your phone and get them out.
I think a lot of people were the same,
Yeah.
George, during the lockdown thing. What do we see here? Marie Houston says, "Love it."
Oh, well,
Who's
the
that?
same Houston as me. That's my aunt.
Oh, your aunt. Good stuff, Marie.
Thank you,
and
Marie.
Mary Holmes says, "Go, George." Good stuff. And who else? Georgina Houston. Brilliant.
Long line of Georges in our family. My granddad's called George as well, and he keeps threatening that he's going to come into one of my gigs someday and say, well, I'm George Houston, I'm here. So.
Very good, George.
Quite a
Very
lot of
good.
them.
And Donna Holmes McDade said, "You're fantastic." Of course you are. And tell us, you obviously can tell us, you can share your news about Stendhal.
I can, yes. It was announced last week. It was the start of the week. Couldn't be this week. But yeah, I'm well excited. I would be just excited to go and see. Like Sister Sledge is playing there.
Sister Sledge is playing on the 2nd of July.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. Of course, Sister Sledge.
I
you know
can't
what
wait to
mean?
go
Aye.
see them. I'll be in the crowd. Just like, woo.
Aye. And when are you on, or do you know yet?
I don't know. It's because it's such a class lineup. They keep adding and adding people. So I suppose they're not too sure on how the setup is going yet.
Aye. Well, I tell you what, there's a brilliant lineup here, because I've been looking at it throughout, and it's one of them fests. It's just a class. I'd love to go to. I've never been, you know,
I
but it's just
feel good kind of a one.
one you can stay for days and just listen to music. You know what I mean, like a Glastonbury type thing. But
Yeah.
we look forward to it, right? Who else is playing at it there?
Dipsy Dixies, I think.
Grania Duffy. Lisa McHugh's actually playing at General Country Singer.
Yeah.
And who else did I? Hugo Duncan's playing at it.
All right.
Aye, so it's a diverse lineup of music, but it's great, and we wish you well with that. So tell us a bit about yourself. You're a full-time musician,
I am, yes.
and you also are an artist.
Well, originally I was an artist, and then I got into, I was both. I did portrait painting for people, and I do sculpture and just commissions for people. I still do it, but I suppose it's taken a little bit of a backseat just because I've been going hell for leather at the music.
You'd say sculptures of what? In what way? Made of?
Whatever. Multimedia kind of stuff.
Oh, very good.
Aye.
Very good. And how long have you been doing that, you say? Always?
Oh, aye.
You're always an art lover. Is that in the family?
It is, aye. We're fully encouraged to just do what we love and do what makes you happy.
That's absolutely 100%. We agree with that. We're going to take a quick ad break here, right? And when we come back, you're doing another song for us.
Why not?
What song are you going to do for us next?
Misty Hayes.
Brilliant. This is Highland Radio Monday Night Sessions, and we're with George Houston, and we'll be right back after this break.
Most people say that Donegal is the coolest place on the planet, but up here we know that sometimes it can be the coldest. Charles Brunner & Sons Ballybuffet is the one-stop shop for all your heating needs. We have a huge range of multi-fuel and wood pellet stoves and ranges, spare parts for all major stove and range brands, plumbing and bathroom ware, all at exceptional prices. So visit our showrooms where our friendly and experienced team will be ready to help you. Charles Brunner & Sons Ballybuffet and the stovestore.ie, where you can always do a good deal better.
The award-winning Genesis Aesthetics and Skincare Clinic Eudore offers the most advanced skincare treatments for men and women, treating conditions such as acne, skin tags, rosacea and scarring. As a qualified aesthetics practitioner, Mary Ferry offers a range of anti-aging treatments including dermal fillers, thread lifts, profilo, skin boosters, microneedling and LED light therapy. Hair and makeup also available. Download the Genesis Salon app today or call 07495 32575.
On the night of April 3rd, we'll all come together to fill out our census forms. And the information you provide will help show where essential services are needed in every part of the country. So on Sunday, April 3rd, be a part of Ireland's future. Be counted. Visit census.ie to find out more.
This is Highland Radio with Paul McDevitt.
It certainly is, and you're welcome back. 27 minutes past 9. That flew on this evening. But we're in the studio with our second guest this evening, the brilliant George Houston. And George, you're going to do another song for us now?
Yes, I am.
When you're ready.
Cool. This is Misty Hayes. Here we go. Look at me in the eye. Alone again, I can see them one more time. Always near, never touch. Touch the hair on the head I love so much. Behind your ear to your shoulder, down your neck, I wanna hold you. Still you're near me, but you don't hear me scream. And I know that I could hold you how I'd hold you, but I'm scared to lose the things that we have. When I ask you how you feel about what I told you, I'll blame it on the drinks that we had. Misty eyes, misty eyes, misty eyes, misty eyes. Look at me, misty eyes. Alone again, I can breathe them one more time. Always watch the lips from the smile I love so much. Ear to ear from your laughter. I never know what you're after. Still you're near me. You don't hear me scream out your name. Misty eyes, misty eyes, misty eyes. And I know that I could hold you, how I'd hold you. But I'm scared to lose the things that we have. When I ask you how you feel about what I told you, I'll blame it on the drinks that we had. Misty eyes, misty eyes, misty eyes, misty eyes.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Really, really love that. Have you many songs written in your catalogue? Have you many?
Oh, jeez. I don't know. I have not counted actually, but I suppose the last album there's 13. There's a good maybe 30 in the lineup for the next few years.
Do you go back to them and sort of jiggle about with them?
Oh yeah, like it's strange because the songs that I'm singing now are like my teenage self whinging.
Right,
and now
okay.
it's me singing, but yeah, and I want to sing the songs that I just wrote yesterday, kind of a thing. So I do go back and forth from old ones to new ones, but it's
Who's your inspiration musically wise?
I very eclectic. It would be, I don't know, Leonard Cohen, Bob Dylan, David Bowie, Lana Del Rey, First Aid Kid. Like I could just keep going. I love music, and I wouldn't want to.
It's unusual for somebody at your age to say Leonard Cohen and Dylan. Like I didn't get into Dylan. There was in my 50s, you know.
We were raised, I suppose, on it.
Well, music was in the house, was it?
Wasn't turned off.
That's good. Well, that's good that Leonard Cohen was something special, and I can get that on your singing. You know what I mean? That's,
well, thank you. That's.
But we've got a lot of people to say hello to here. Hang on a wee second. Great to hear you back, Jimmy and Paul. Class acts as always. Aidan Laird, thank you, Aidan. And hello to John Wallace. John, good to have you with us, my friend. And let me see, Katrin Nee Thomas, am I saying that right? I hope I'm saying that right. Fabulous George. Angela Houston, you go George, from all your cousins in a hilly in Buncrana. And Adele Corcoran, so talented, she said. Louise Doherty said, you're brilliant, George. And Kathleen Boner, send up wee clapping hands and
thank you for listening.
Can we go back to your paintings?
Aye.
You were just talking off here about
during the break.
It's what do you call them? You do
portraiture.
What?
Portraiture.
Portraiture.
Aye.
And yeah, so you do them with famous people, and some famous people have seen them.
Aye, well,
shared them.
I'd put I used to be mad about it. I'd do maybe a painting a day, and I'd just do celebrities and people I listen to and artists I listen to. I'd listen to First Aid Kit and Sigrid, and just a couple of the paintings, like they noticed them, and Sigrid shared one on her Facebook page, which I was like, but I suppose she has no idea. Of course, that I'm a massive fan.
You should have messaged her and said it.
Well, I probably didn't.
It's nice that much, isn't it? What style do you paint, and what do you use?
Mixed media, but it would be pencil, watercolor, ink, acrylic. I don't like choosing one thing. I like going all through different ones, I suppose.
Okay.
Aye.
Right, very good. And if people want to get your Pint and George, are they available for sale?
They are. Yes, they are. You can just go on my Instagram and you can message me. I won't bite. And I do commissions as well if you have family members or stuff that you want a portrait of.
You know, you should be putting that out there.
I do craft fairs every now and again.
Oh, do you?
It's good fun. I've just been well busy with the music, I suppose. It can be all consuming.
Well, at the same time, do what, go with what you sort of get your best buzz out of.
Aye.
And seeing George live at the Buncrana Festival, he was absolutely amazing.
Oh, thank you.
And that's in your own. You don't play with a band as such.
Not yet. I would love to, but yeah, I suppose.
I think myself. I think you're better on your own.
Thank
That's
you.
Ed Sheeran type thing. I don't mean you sound like him or anything, but you have.
It's the acoustic kind of a feel.
Your voice carries well on your own. You know what I mean? Whatever way it goes for you.
Oh, yeah.
So, what's the plans for the future? Being that everything's working out okay for us here.
Just make music for a living. That'd be pretty dead on if I could do that.
If people go to you in a gig, George, do they hear? I know you have to play to the crowd. So you do covers. Do you fire in your own music?
Oh, the shows I've been doing, I've been very lucky. I've got to do mostly singer-songwriter kind of a shows where they want original music, so it would be more like I throw in a couple of covers and it would be mainly my own stuff, which I'm
good.
very lucky to be able to do.
Have you noticed a reaction from that? Just prior to lockdown and stuff like that, you had that album out and all.
Aye.
That was getting good airplay.
It was, yeah. I keep going into my wee Spotify thing and it's at 29,950 and I'm just waiting for it to go to 30,000. I always count these wee tiny milestone kind of things.
Think of the money that's going to make you. That's the worst about Spotify, in fairness.
Yeah.
But it's a platform it's there for.
It'll buy me a vodka Coke, maybe.
You'd be doing well to do that. Well, listen, we'd love to get another song for you. I'm going to go once again. I'm going to have an ad break here, but. What song would you do for us next?
I'll do Class of 2020.
And give us a wee background to that.
Well, just I was in school when the lockdown happened and we were all in our maths class and the teacher put it up on the projector. There was Leo Varadkar telling us go home and we never went back, and I suppose the song came out of that experience of leaving school just so abruptly.
Very good. Right, that's on the way after this break. Don't go away.
A public interest message from Donegal County Council. It's the time of year when poor driving conditions are causing accidents. But did you know that a scratched wing or dent repair which needs a respray can only be done legally by a certified operator who holds a valid certificate of approval from Donegal County Council? The body shop or garage must display a valid certificate proving they have been inspected and meet the requirements of the Deco Paints legislation, best practice guidelines for vehicle refinishing and the Air Pollution Act. For an up-to-date list of certified operators, check the Council's website or phone us at 9153900. Donegal County Council, protecting the environment.
With the onset of different variants of coronavirus, it is vital that your business, office or school has the most up-to-date air purification device. McDade's Bathroom Plumbing Tiles introduce the Daikin Air Purifier. It eliminates 99.9% of coronaviruses in under 3 minutes. Ideal for residential settings, offices, classrooms and waiting rooms. Priced at €495, it's a great investment. For more details, contact McDade's Bathroom Plumbing Tiles Buncrana. We're only a phone call or email away.
Have you seen the crack that Highland Radio are having on Instagram? Are you a follower? If not, this weekend is your chance. We have a 50-inch LG Smart TV to give away. Visit our Instagram page for more details at Highland Radio Donegal.
I didn't have to go to school tomorrow, 'cause the world's finally gonna end. Now that I don't have to go to school tomorrow, it's a good thing I didn't learn my future tense in French. Yeah, it's a good thing I didn't learn my future tense in French. And now that the world's gonna go, it's a good thing that you read the Bible. And now that the world's gonna go, maybe I should have read the Bible. But I didn't have to go to school tomorrow, 'cause it's art for more than summer. What a bummer. I don't even know what I was learning all that stuff for, 'cause I'm art and I feel dumb, dumb and dumber. And now the world's gonna go. It's a good thing that you read the Bible. And now that the world's gonna go, maybe I should have read the Bible. But it's a good thing I didn't learn my future tense in French. It's a good thing I didn't learn my future tense in French. Yeah, it's a good thing I didn't learn my future tense. Yeah, it's a good thing I didn't learn my future tense. And now the world's gonna go, it's a good thing that you read the Bible. And now the world's gonna go, maybe I should have read the Bible. Je n'irai pas à l'école demain. Je n'irai pas à l'école demain.
Yes, well done. George Houston live in studio with us here. And I could get a wee bit of Leonard Cohen stroke Bob Dylan run through that song.
Oh, well, that's quite the compliment. Thank you.
Oh, that's very, very good. Very good. Excellent, as I said to you off air. Vocally, you're just amazing, and your songwriting. So, for such a young age, this is George Houston, who is a painter and an entertainer and a singer. Ian McDade, the thumbs up. Angela Terry says, "Well done, George."
That's my piano teacher.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, you play the piano as well?
I do, yes.
Good man. Have you written songs on the piano on its own, basically?
Yeah, I have a song out this week actually on Friday, and I wrote it with Kieran Lavery. I don't know if you're aware of him, but he's an amazing artist from, well, not from Belfast, but he's Belfast based, and very excited about it. And it's just really stripped back.
How did that come about? Yourself and him hooking up like that?
I did Errigal Arts Festival, and I was supporting In Their Thousands, and they were just friends with them, and happy coincidence, happy for me anyway. I was delighted to get a message from them.
Oh,
aye,
that's brilliant.
Yeah.
Well done. So you're working with Kieran then? That's great. That'll be something different. It's nice when you do that collaborating, like, you know.
Oh, yeah.
It gives you sort of puts new ideas in your head too, like, doesn't it? You know. But anyway, listen. We'd love to get another song if you don't mind before we go. Can we expect a sort of album launch, or can we expect anything this year? Do you think? Or
aye,
that's it
basically.
This song you're releasing on Friday. Where's it available if people want to stream it?
Wherever you want it, it's there.
on
everything.
all platforms.
Yes,
great stuff. Well, we wish you well with that. Will you do another song first if you don't mind?
I will, no bother.
And this song you're going to do first is
I'll do Boo Hoo.
Okay. Brilliant.
Thank you.
And your own time, George.
Thank you. Came here for a reason. I'm not leaving till I'm done. This is crime, this is treason, sacred duty, it ain't fun. I'm here for the cry fest, not leaving till I'm done. By God, I'm open, can't be seen by anyone. So apologies for being a diner, and boo, I guess I'm gonna turn my frying upside down and but not for you. Ooh, do you think you are telling me not to cry as I try to get over you? Ooh. Running down my cheek. Don't care what the neighbors say, I don't know what people think. And water, water everywhere, walk down the sink. Water, water everywhere, but not a sup to drink. I'm here for the cry fest, not leaving till I'm done. By God, I'm open, can't be seen by anyone. So boo, apologies for being a diner, and boo, I guess I'm gonna turn my frying upside down then. Not for you. Ooh, do you think you are telling me not to cry as I try to get over you? Ooh, oh, 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 oh. Ooh, oh, 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 oh. Ooh, oh, 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 oh. Ooh, oh, oh, oh. Apologies for being a diner, and boo, I guess I'm gonna turn my frying upside down then, but not for you. Do you think you are telling me not to cry as I try to get over you? Singing apologies for being the diner, and I guess I'm gonna turn my frying upside down then, but not for you. Do you think you are telling me not to cry as I try to get on over you?
Excellent, George. Absolutely brilliant. It's such a mature sound.
Thank you.
It really, really is, man. I'm not just saying that because you're sitting here opposite me. It's a really, really, you've got a great way of songwriting. You've got a great way of delivering it, and I just love that acoustic.
Thank you.
The whole thing. Who else? Caitlin says that's my favourite.
Oh,
there you go. And
you.
Georgina Houston said, I love it, and she said it's mine too. So there you go. Isn't that lovely? So, but listen, come here. If people want to get in touch with you, you're on the social medias, are you?
All of them.
All of them for both painting and singing.
I can get CDs, I suppose, on my Etsy as well, on Instagram or anywhere.
Well, listen, the pleasure's been ours. Thank you so much for coming up. I've really, really enjoyed it.
Thank you for having me.
Just do what you're doing.
Okay.
And keep doing it, because you seem to have it well sussed at the minute. So
thank you.
Continued success. Things is going to happen, I have no doubt.
Thank you.
And get the album and get it up to us, and we'll
no bother.
really look forward to it. George Houston, thank you very much.
Thank you
George.
very much.
Thank you.